Hey girl, how you doing? On some hallelujah. She gon' gas me up, or she gon' call her Uber. I've been studying on the move, just to get the moolah. You ain't talking big things, I ain't talking to ya. We been out in Hollywood, so can you act right? You a girl, send a brother presents in the past life. She you wanna pull up for the night and get some pad tie. I've been missing nice guy, but I ain't that nice. I've been on point like stalactites. Maybe I'm a trip, but you know a brother pack like old girl went and picked the phone up last time. Now she on my line trying to tell me who I rap like. Yeah, hey girl, how you doing? On some hallelujah. She gon' gas me up, or she gon' call her Uber. I've been studying on the move, just to get the moolah. You ain't talking big things, I ain't talking to ya. Hey yo, your name is Emily. This part is for you. Hey, woo! Girl, do not call this number. I got business in the work. Shawty when we feelin' perky, and she in it for the perks. But I might up a couple phantom, just to with the door to church. And I might pay my own stuff, just to see you know the words, baby, study up. Say you want with the money once you put it up. They say you want with the fame when you see what it does. Then I believe that joint. So when the money comes, maybe don't ask about it. Cause hey, girl, how you doing? On some hallelujah. She gon' gas me up, or she gon' call her Uber. I've been studying on the move, just to get the moolah. You ain't talking big things, I ain't talking to ya.
What up, everybody? What was going to be a wake and break turned into a post-lunch. It's like the senior citizens discount dinner time break. I guess that's the best I can say. We will do helmet guesses, Don, but you got to wait. You got to wait on the helmet guesses till I say it's time. That'll be the last thing we rip out of this. We're going to get cracking. Remember, the NIL, there's no NIL spot in this. So, we are going to random off the NIL stuff. We do have a 2-box serial number up right now. It's only $25 a spot, 2 boxes of flash, but there's only 1 spot in that left. So if you want to go grab it. The other thing is we're going to be putting up tonight is it's a 2 boxes of flash, 1 box immaculate. I only have 2 boxes of this left, including this. So 1 after this. It's a PYT, and dude, there are some cheap teams in it. The teams of those like $10. So if you're interested in that, there is an NIL spot. Because there are some NIL cards in Immaculate as well. So we did an NIL spot in that. We'll be posting that up later tonight. And then maybe some late night cereal. I'll be up probably a little bit tonight. So not too late because I got to do Sunday school tomorrow. We got Sunday school, our last time for the winter. Because my son will be starting wrestling soon enough. So we told him take a little break. They did 101 helmets and redemptions. People are already on like redemptions. Who did the redemption? Stan. Stan's getting all his guesses in. Sorry, Stan. You can only do the 101 guesses to start. Hate to burst your bubble, but that is the way it is. So just a little heads up. We do got to get these games in because they start tomorrow, and I do still have some prizes to post. This week has just gotten away from me. I woke up last night having a panic attack. I have so much on my list. I don't know why. I was sleeping. I woke up. I couldn't breathe. Sometimes you have those weeks, right? Is that normal? You can't be healthy, right? I get told people before, man, the happiest I am sometimes and like the most relaxed I am is literally from the time we go live to the time the live closes. And then it's like, oh, I got to do this. This to me is, why be stressed while I'm opening the cards, right? I enjoy it. So anyhow, I do have some prizes I got to catch up and post. But I want to do some more rips. All these are eligible, and the flash will be eligible for squares as well. I didn't put that, I meant to. The serial numbers is eligible for pick'em. There's no paper football right now because on Fridays we switched over to squares entries. So that's like in place of the paper footballs. So just a heads up on that. My wife my father-in-law is taking my oldest out hunting tonight. He's only 7, but he's going to let him go sit with him. And my wife's going to go sit too. So I'm going to get a ton of work done tonight while they're all out. Because my youngest is sitting with Gigi at her house. Gigi's my mother-in-law. It's a Derrick Henry under the lights. But big day for us in the Ballot household. Cohen got to take his first trip to Dunkin' Donuts, which was like the no-go zone for so long during his peanut allergy. We've been doing peanut therapy. He loved it. He ate 2 donuts. He's a hoss, man. Pickens, Kittle, Urlacher, Haskins, and Shakir. And here we go. A little sauce for you out of 75. What's everyone up to this weekend? How many college football people do we got in here that are just like, I couldn't fit in my life? Someone's like, why don't you watch college football? Well, besides the fact that I don't like their playoff system and their rankings and how many teams there are, I also just don't have the time. God, I can't imagine trying to fit in college football into this. Fournette, those of you who figured out how to do it, congrats. Share your secrets. Or people that have like more than 2 kids and figure out how to live life in general, congratulations, you've already won. Kenneth Walker going out to the Hawks. There you go, James Rea. Oh, but what I was going to say was, and I don't see it being an issue, another breaker got a hold of me. Peanuts and donuts, massive cross-contamination. So Paxton's or Cohen's allergy is so bad that if something touches peanuts, he can have anaphylaxis. He can go into anaphylaxis. So in the event that, like, say someone touches a peanut butter donut and puts it in, and then grabs like a donut for him, touches it in, that peanut butter on his donut could send him into anaphylaxis. So we just have to stay away from it. Like, it's one of the safer places, but my wife, who's a bit of a worrywart, but with reason, with as severe as his peanut allergy was, it was like the first place we could go where she was like, we can go to Dunkin' Donuts. So that was cool. Kyler Gordon. And let me tell you, from the employees, and I don't blame them. I don't know what Dunkin' Donuts employees make. They weren't working. I mean, so I don't know if it mattered. But they were not going to follow the safety protocols. Look at this, out of 50, Chris Carter. There were no health code operations being followed in between washing hands and changing gloves. I mean, it wasn't like it was dirty. It was just, if it came down to like gloves being changed in between peanuts and peanut butter donuts and not. Peanut oil is the worst. Like, that's what we used, and we still have to be careful, but we used to have to call every restaurant and say, do you use peanut oil or do you put anything in your oil that has peanuts in it? So there's been a lot of restaurants we love that we can't go to because they're like, we do have a peanut crusted, something we drop in the fryer, or we use peanut oil, or, you know, we have things that do have peanuts in it, so we just can't go to those. But he has about 5 more weeks of it, and if we choose to do the macro dose, and I'm sorry to bore you with this, but it is kind of crazy how the body works, right? Like, he couldn't get close to peanuts before, and he started out with 1/500th of a peanut, and then 1/250th of a peanut, and then he gets to like 1/10 of a peanut, and it's been going on for 3 months now. We go every single week. We drive 40 minutes away, and he does this therapy, and he's up to 5 peanut M&Ms he can eat. It's crazy. If he would have done that a year ago, we would have had to stab him with an epi. So it is crazy how science and the body and all that works. Some kids start it and they can't do it. So that was our the first couple times were the scariest, because we had a friend that took her kid to do it too, and they had to go back a couple times. Like, they had to stop where they were at and start over. It's crazy. Your body just responds, man. It's nuts. Singletary, James Cook, and there's a Kyle Hamilton. Took you a little bit to school there, right? I had no idea. I didn't respect like the idea, Desmond Ridder, of an allergy like that until my kid had it, and I was like, wow, I had no idea. Miles Sanders out of 100. All right, I'll stop talking about boring peanuts though. Let's talk about the games tomorrow. Oh, I wanted to check. Do we have 10 votes on that yet? How about a Treylon Burks? That's going to be numbered out of 100. Are we going to see some more action from him? Jonathan Taylor. How about that? I can't get over how bad that game was. Russell Wilson, when you go back and see how many receivers he missed, how many scoring opportunities, you got to start to ask yourself, is it the coach? Because that's what I thought at first at a 299. And then I started to be like, I just don't know. It might not be Hackett. We got a Jameson Williams at a 199. And how about for the New York Football Giants, Kayvon Thibodeau going out to Don Wiley. Oh, yeah, we had one at camp one time for basketball, and, dude, they had to shut down lunches some days if a kid brought, like, something peanut butter. It's nuts, man. It's bad if you have it bad. Some people only have, like, a very high tolerance with the allergy. But I said I was going to stop talking about it. All right, where's our vote on this? Titan, you guys are hard on the Titans. So if you guys have been following me, I only posted a few things. For betting, in years past, I've done a lot of parlays for like betting with the teams. This year, I've gone away from it because I had a lot of people say, hey, take the Seahawks over the Saints this week. They're an underdog. And take the Arizona Cardinals over the Eagles. So I looked it up to see a parlay. And a parlay on that happening is like 7.5 to 1 if both teams upset. So on a $10 bet, you win 75. Or if I bet Kyler Murray to run or catch one, you can't throw it in. Kyler Murray to score a rushing touchdown. Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert to each score a touchdown. All three of them have to score. It's 5 to win like $230. I'll take my chances with that all day. I switched my betting practice over this year to that. And again, you miss a lot more on that. And a lot of professional bettors would tell you, don't do that. That is a way to go broke quick. I do it for fun. It's kind of, to me this year, has become nice hit, Don. Has become a nice additional style of fantasy. I stopped playing daily fantasy outside of what we do here at Blazin'. And instead of putting like $100 into my daily fantasy account, I just use that for these like touchdown only bets and treat that like my daily fantasy. I feel like it's more fun. You still get bad beats. That Justin Jefferson one last week saved my life. I was on a bad run till that happened. All right, where are we at on this? Anybody have any locks this week? Any guys you can guarantee touchdown scores and stuff? Titans 89 to 11. All right. And next one up, I'm curious where you guys are at on this one. I really am. I still don't have an upset special. I got to pick one. I got to pick a lock of the week yet. All right. We got Texan and the Jags. Let's see how y'all feel about this. There was only 9 votes, but we on the last one, but that's okay. Let's get more on this one. All right, remember. And I adjusted the phrasing on the next break. NIL would only include players. Like Mel Kiper's not NIL. That was someone brought up, and he's not. I mean, technically everyone's NIL if you're using their name, image, or license. But it's athletes. Tanner McKee, that's a purple scope out of 15. Tanner McKee, you think? Yeah, and I think he's like minus 120. So I might do a bunch of guaranteed guys like that though. Try one of those across different games. So Jamal Williams, you like him for sure for a definite score. What about him to score 2 touchdowns? You like that? He's a Stanford Cardinal. Projected to be a top 10 pick. Wow. Top 10 pick possibly. We're going to random that off. That's a scope out of 15. And for the Washington football team, it's a 420 card. You know what that means. Getting yourself a $5 credit. Well, it's 420, but we always up it to 5 because, we round up even on the point too. There you go. Who has the Washington football team? That is going to be Jeff Galvez with an additional $5 credit. There you go.
Give me a hell yeah. What?
I had the, I can't find it. I know I had the drop for this. Guess I don't. Golly. Well, hey, $5 credit either way. There you go. Man, got to get used to where these are. I might have to add that one. And listen, it's a Dotson out of 20. That's not a bad card at all. Next one up is going to be Malik Cunningham. We're going to have to random that one out. That's another scope out of 30. Love the looks of these. We'll be doing the serial number next. I'm excited for that. How about a Zamir White for the Raiders? 4 out of 15. The Raiders. Are they going to get it together? Joseph Taylor with the Zamir White. He had a chance to score last week. I needed him to close out a parlay. They put him in, then there was a penalty, and they pulled him out. And for the Browns, a 1 of 1. David Bell, Cleveland Browns, going out to Park Medford. There you go. 1 of 1. Park, there you go, buddy. Are all my drops gone? What happened?
What the fuck? Everybody!
Kicking off a fresh sheet of stickers with a 1 of 1. There we go. 1 of 1. David Bell for the Browns. We're going to add that shot counter up to 2. Maybe tonight if we do that PYT, I'll have a few. Although I had quite a few brews last night. We were watching Hocus Pocus 2, and I knew the only way to survive that movie with my kids and wife was to... My wife loves it. She's obsessed with Hocus Pocus. 3 on sticker. McCarthy, you're living in some sort of fantasy multiverse. Get out of here with that. 3. I at least get a 6 on that. Go back to your multiverse. I know, that's a rough grade. All right, where are we at on these? Wow, you guys are confident in your Jags. 3 of 3. 10 votes, we'll take it. Jags, we got to get all these in. I'm not going to hold any because I don't want to risk it. 90 to 10. All right, here we go. This is, you know what? Lock of the week. Lock it in. Is going to be the San Francisco 49ers. Let's see if anybody here feels differently about it. We're still going to have to do the poll because that's the way we do it here. I am going to get the link for FanDuel up tonight at 2. Obviously, we'll have that up tonight. Now that my kids are out of the house, I should have at least 3 hours of uninterrupted weekend time. Which, don't get me wrong, I love them. I do, but there's just too much to get done. Oh, it was honestly, I thought better than the first. But I'm not a fan. Like, it's just not my kind of thing, Hitman. I don't have the nostalgia with Hocus Pocus. If I'm going to watch a Halloween movie that I want my kids to watch, you want to know what it is? Ernest Scared Stupid. Like, that's the goofy... Because, you know, Hocus Pocus is corny as it comes, right? Like, it's not a good movie. It's not meant to be a good movie, I don't think. Locking the Bucks over the Falcons. I'm not willing to do that, Stan, but I like it. I'll give you guys a chance to do that again this week. I like reading your locks. Matter of fact, tonight I'll post it. Monster House. Wait, is that the one with Eddie Murphy? Panthers upset Niners. So you have a chance to vote there, Zach. Chris Johnson, Devontae Adams. All right, there we go. Jerry Jeudy. See, this is what I want to hear from you guys. I may put some wagers in. I used to vote those upsets. I just feel like maybe this was the year to do it. There's been some crazy upsets. Just the odds aren't good enough for me to feel good about it. Khalil Shakir. We're going to get to see him. Man, the Bills down 5 starters again tomorrow. Garrett Wilson. It's just nuts, man. They got to get healthy. And I said that was going to be our downfall if we couldn't stay healthy. Dawson Knox and Jordan Poyer. And I got to look and see this. I know McDermott announced 5 starters were out. I didn't see the full list yet because I'm like, whatever. We got a game. We got to stop making excuses because it sounds like that's going to be the way of our season. We're going to have to win players down. Aiden Hutchinson, Linderbaum, Burks. Man, no autos. Usually there's an auto in that stack. There's a Kenny Pickett and a Tyler Boyd. Beetlejuice is a good one too. I know Patterson went to the IR, didn't he? I think Patterson went all the way to the IR. Yeah, I think that's why the Lions rushing odds are so bad, Chris. Like, they're bad. Like, minus 140 on some of, like, I think it is on ones. Maybe not even minus 120. Like, he's almost guaranteed to score. But Swift, is Swift playing this week? I heard they're shutting him down to week 6, which is, Jamie, why I didn't, or till the bye week. They have a bye week, week 7, I think. So he's going to be sit next week, and then he'll be back after the bye week. Bailey Zappi. If that's the case, man, Williams is a great first one up. How about this for the Falcons, going out to Jason Franklin, who I think is a Falcons fan. Desmond Ridder. There you go. What's up? To a Falcons fan. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Franklin.
Excellent.
Desmond Ridder. Did you crush me in fantasy? Dude, is that one in one of our Yahoo leagues? I'm having trouble this year, man. I gotten too many. I got to start to cut back on some of them. I don't even pay attention to my best ball and stuff. I'll check on those in like week 11. But man, I'm in 12 different Yahoo leagues to set. Just setting lineups. I start on Wednesday and then I check them again. And another one for the Falcons, Russell Gage. There you go. He's out. Amon-Ra. I thought Amon-Ra was out for sure. Russell Gage, Falcons. And an Ezekiel Elliott out of 50 going to the Cowboys. I like it, Zach. I do. Truthfully, I enjoy being in them. But the problem is, like, people are like, oh, I have a matchup against you this week. I'm like, which league? And I want to pay attention to it. But here's the bad part about this as well. It's like, you know, even if you're in 2-3 leagues, this can happen. But it happens. I said I don't ever really look at my fantasy scores until the second half or like after the 1 o'clock games. Because it's like, oh yeah, I really need Aaron Rodgers to throw a touchdown here. Just kidding. I'm playing against him in this league, so I need him to not score. So it just becomes kind of one of those things where I thought I saw an autograph I wanted to put to the back. So it becomes one of those things where you just got to wait and then see where you need to get the sweats. Tristan Wirfs. It does, and you know, Tuesday nights can be a bit stressful doing pickups and stuff. I pay for the Fantasy Pros, which helps me out a ton. If you're in a lot of leagues, you almost have to do it, and it recommends who to pick up, and I don't really follow that a lot, but it does make it easy to access all my leagues at once. There we got a 50 breakthrough ETN, although he hasn't. James Robinson doing the breaking through. Anybody got any sleeper plays this week? Any like, hey, this guy's going to break out this week? Speaking of breakthroughs, where are our sleeper picks? Daniel Jones, is he going to play? I love we have another morning game, by the way. Wonder what that's going to be like. Packers and Giants in the morning. There's a nice Desmond Ridder. All right, we still need 2 autographs. Pickens for breakout. Jamie, I was going to say, like, I like it except for the fact that I'm just worried with that Bills D. I think it's a tough game for him to start. Packer blowout. I think the line's on like, isn't like 3.5 points? I do like the league, Zach, where they pass the trophy around or a belt or something like that. That is a fun one. Uh-oh. Are we going to get 2 QBs? I see some yellow down here. Or gold, if you will. Like, the Steelers color is kind of like, you know, when you take a piss but you're real dehydrated. That's kind of the way I explain their color of their jerseys. That sums it up pretty well, right, Jamie? Drake London. Samir White. Kingsley. That helmet. That poor helmet. Dalbs and McCrary. Why would they pick that picture for him? Oh, it's just the Marvin Leal. Yeah, you're right, Zach. You know what? Maybe I'll go with him with like a 2 touchdown. I like some of those long shots to do 2 touchdowns. Oh, and we have another autograph coming up to close out this stack. We still have 2 more packs in there. some more, like a bunch. Dude, this has been the toughest year for quarterbacks and tight ends. I picked the wrong year to wait till after round 10 for my tight end and my quarterback. I mean, and you know, I guess it's better than drafting someone like Kyle Pitts early the way he is having. There's a Matt Corral. Garrett Wilson. Oh, no way. Is it an auto? It is. Who got the Bills? Steve. Steve, talk to me. I want this. Let's trade. Terminator out of 50. I bet you do, Jamie, the way you drink. How about your date last night that you got to dress up? Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I'll keep that one. You can share the info if you'd like. Yeah, you know, Higbee not bad. Kittle needs to get it going a little bit, but really it's been Andrews and Kelsey all year, right? Oh, you do. I knew it was like what? That's Halloween weekend, dude. The Bills-Packers game I'm going to is on Halloween, the night before Halloween, so like the last night of Halloween weekend, Sunday night. Pretty pumped to see how that turns out. Robbie Anderson. I'll do these last two one pack at a time. Excited to go to that. My dad and my sister, the three of us have never, just the three of us, gone to a game together. I went with my dad and my brother and my sister. So this is the first time that this trifecta. Malik Willis. Pretty pumped. I don't think I've ever seen this guy's gonna. I might bet him to score 2 touchdowns this week. Olave. Stingley. And Diame Brown. A little bit of a ding on this corner. I'm sorry, Washington football team. Jeff Galvez. It's a pretty bad ding up there. I don't know how that happened, but it's out of 50. Diame Brown. Are ya? I hope so. I'm rooting for you guys, Zach. Is that a night game or just a 1 o'clock game or what? You had a good night, Jamie. Feeling good today? Feeling light and spirited on your feet, maybe? Debo Samuel's one I'm playing this week in daily. I won't tell you too much because I'm using the same lineup in our weekly and our season long. There's a Kenny Pickett, Diggs, and Desmond Ridder, and a Baker Mayfield for the Browns to close it. Two teams that are just have to be so ecstatic about their moves right now, and I can't believe I'm saying one, but the Browns, because even though they don't have the guy they're paying all this money for, which they're not really until he gets back off of suspension, the way they set up that contract. Get your helmet guesses in. Go ahead, put an H next to him. 1 guess per person, 1 winner, $10 credit if someone gets it. Only 1 winner, no repeat guesses. But the other one, the Seattle Seahawks, man. The more you watch, Tua is retiring 1 p.m. He'll be playing next week. What was that? I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, the Seahawks. They got to be ecstatic. They're starting Geno Smith. He's got the best QBR, I think, in the NFC, which is absurd, but awesome. And now after this last game, he can probably throw 60 incompletions and still be ahead of Russell Wilson, which isn't that bonkers to think about? All right, at the end of this, we'll have to do a hit recap. We'll random off the NIL, and we'll do 2 $5 hitless credits. But again, we'll do the squares random later. You are eligible. This is the last break eligible for FanDuel today. I'll do the Leaf one too. But then I got to get that posted. I got to get that link out there. So everything after this will go on the next week's links. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and check out the helmet. Good luck, everybody. Nice little break. We got some nice cards. I mean, it's 22 a spot, right? We're getting back to the time where we could do cheap. There's a 4-box mixer for 22 a spot, wasn't it? Yeah. That's what people have been wanting for a while. I was actually surprised it took a while. I'm not complaining, but oh, it's a good one. It's a good one. As a matter of fact, I may want to. My sister's been looking for one for this team for someone she works with. So, going out to the Pittsburgh Steelers, Terry Bradshaw. Pittsburgh Steelers, fresh. Fresh. Oh, I like this. I don't know if I've seen that logo. That's not what it normally is it? Anybody guess Bradshaw? We haven't seen one of his in a long time. That's a cool one. I like the helmet. Good auto. Is that what it is? Steel City version? That is pretty sweet, man. We have some Leaf jerseys coming in soon as well. They should be coming in the next week or so. So we'll throw some of those in the mixers. I always like adding that in. All right, let's recap. We got some 101. We got some vets. Where's the other one? Wasn't there a... There. Some QB rookies. Some good stuff. All right, let's recap, though. Here we go. NILs. Let me get this organized here. Put these over here. We had the Diame Brown out of 50, the Etienne out of 50, the Elliott out of 50, Sanders to 100, Burks to 100, Base Hamilton, Carter to 50, and a Sauce to 75 mini. Someone said TB12. That's as bad as the multiverse. Is that? All right, and although this wasn't his only card, Dougie started out with a DeMarvin Leal. There you go, Fresh. Are you in here, Fresh? Douglas. Russell Gage to the Atlanta Falcons. Doug, I shared your post with my father and brother-in-law, the one about the Hunters always have each other's backs. Cracked me up. Zamir White for the Raiders going out to Joseph Taylor. He was the original. Yeah. Poor guy, I heard losing his mind. Jahan Dotson for the Washington football team. Jeff Galvez. And Kenneth Walker for the Seattle Seahawks. James Rea. Thurman Thomas out of 50 for the Buffalo Bills. Hamner, talk to me. I'm interested. And Desmond Ridder for the Atlanta Falcons. Jason Franklin. For the New York Football Giants going out to Don Wiley. How about a Kayvon Thibodeau? Don staying hot out of 199. And a 1-of-1 David Bell for the Cleveland Browns. Going out to Park Medford. There you go, Park. All right. Steel City goes also out to the Steelers. Now we have two here. We're going to do the the Cunningham first and then the McKee. Everyone's eligible. It does count as a hit. Here we go. Let me pull it up. I'll tell you what, Don. If you can say in your heart, honestly, that that's who you meant, I'll give it to you. If you can know, if you want to look at me and not lie and say, that's what I meant, I'll give it to you. Let's see how... It's a bold strategy. Let's see how it plays out. I would hope Don wouldn't lie to me. We're family, dude. For $10. Malik Cunningham. I wouldn't be... Listen, there are a few people I wouldn't put it past. Nobody will judge you. Min roll 5 counts as a hit. Every team is eligible. Yeah, see, Don, I knew I loved you. I knew you'd be honest. Don's been... Hey, listen. Don has been... the recipient, there we go, recipient of some honesty around here and some helpfulness. I know the situation, so that's cool, man. It's neato to when we take care of each other. Bucks and the Cowboys, there we go, or just the Bucks getting this one. Malik Cunningham going out to Don. See how that works, Don? See how that karma comes around? Look at that. The Bucks, Malik Cunningham. I'm telling you, man, it's real. It's real. Hate me if you want, but it's real. He knows about the karma. Next one up is going to be the Tanner McKee, projected to be a top 10 pick. Mid-roll 5 counts as a hit. I know you are, Zach, just like the multiverse. Zach and I had a funny conversation about the multiverse the other day. Listen, Zach, I couldn't be mad about the strategy you tried. I'll be honest. That was after a long day and night of sorting. And what time was that? Like 11 o'clock? I was like ready to go to bed. And right before I went to bed, I was like, all right, I'm playing one round of Fortnite alone. Like, it calms me, man. I don't ever get into video games. Detroit Lions, it's going to be Corey Humphrey getting that card. Nice card, Corey. But you were hitting me, and I was like, that's why I wasn't responding really quickly. Sometimes I'll hide in like a corner and respond to a text message and then get up and play. All right. That's all she wrote for the rant. Oh, no, we have to do 2 $5 hitless credits. No paper football, but this group is eligible for squares. I'm sure we filled the serial number, so I'm going to try to get this PYT preview posted. You weren't the only one, Zach. I promise. I answered a few about it. You guys know I'm honestly do everything on the up and up and just be as real and honest as I can about things, and you guys have been awesome. Vikings and the Rams. It's gonna be David P. And David P. winning $10. There you go, David, on a 22 per spot break. Not bad. Little bonus cheddar. Oh, and where are we at on the picks? We should have done more of those. 49ers 88 to the Panthers 12. I think one person voted for the Panthers. So let's see where we're at on those picks. San Fran, that's my lock of the week. I still got to pick my upset special. Let me look at this. Man. I don't know yet, guys. I don't know what I want from upset. I got to win one. I'm 1-2-1. I got to win an upset special. Dare I say, what are the odds for the Jets and the Dolphins right now? I like it to be close to 150 or higher. Let me check this quick. Maybe I'll do my upset special so I can make that post too. Take the Steelers. No, thank you. Although, listen, I thought that line would bump down a little bit. It's staying at 14. I'm honestly shocked. I thought we'd see it at 12.5 after some of our starters were announced out. It's 148. I'm calling it. Upset special, Jets. Jets. And the lock of the week is San Fran. There we go. 144 is close enough for an upset. What does that mean? It's plus 3.5. And it's at home, so it's... All right, guys. I'm going to roll out. I'm going to check on the serial numbers, and then we're going to see about doing this PYT tonight yet. All right? Peace.